I'm here with used car expert Phillip Hawkins, and we are going over things to do with used cars, and we're answering questions on regular cars. We had one of the things that we wanted to mention was making the decision on when it's time to keep a car. And as a matter of fact, the producer, Mason Rogers, just come in here and said he had been thinking about selling one of his cars. Should you keep a car, trade a car, or sell it? And, of course, sometimes people sell their own cars different places. Other times they trade it in. What's your ideas on that, Phillip?
Well, usually people are asking me, should I keep my car? Should I go ahead and trade it? When it starts eating more, and I'm getting into your pocket here, Eric, then maybe a payment would be on a car. Then it's time to think about getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Some people have sentimental attachments to their cars. Some people are just comfortable with a car. I have a lady neighbor who's got a Buick she loves. She loves the seats. She loves everything about it. She could go buy a new car, but she's bringing it to you to keep it going, and that makes her happy. So a lot of decisions to be made. There's no right or wrong decision, but typically I tell people when you're paying the mechanic or the O'Reilly's Auto Parts more than you would be paying the bank to get a new one, it might be time to think about that.
Exactly. And we tell customers that. I had one just the other day that needed an air compressor, and it was a Jaguar, and it was a very expensive job.
Yeah.
And they were having some heartache over what that would be, and I kind of suggested that you're investing this amount that would go a long way toward another vehicle. Sometimes you do that, but sometimes people want their existing car.
Yes.
And they love it, and I always ask that question a lot of times is does this car have any sentimental value? Now, if it has sentimental values, all bets are off. It don't really matter what year model it is, what it does. You want to pay what you want to keep that particular car. So that's a different story. But there does come a time to where it's time to move into another car. Now, sometimes it's not a bad thing to keep your existing car and keep it in reasonably well shape. You don't have to keep it to where it can drive to California and back, or from California to the East Coast back. But it would be a good thing to be able to keep that other car in reasonably good shape as a backup car, and then purchase your other existing car.
I have a lot of customers that do that. They keep the old car in the driveway in case they have to put their current car in the shop for any reason, or maybe a friend or a neighbor needs to borrow a car, or one of their grandchildren. It's also a safety thing people don't think about, that if you have an extra car, let's just say a single person living alone, and you go on vacation, there's something sitting there.
Yep, that is true.
I call them decoys.